More on the case right now. Tom Gorman says it may serve as a roadmap for prosecutors. He is the co-chairman of the American Bar Association's white-collar crime securities section and also chairman of Porter, Wright, Morris and Arthur. He's with us from Washington this morning. Tom, welcome. Glad you could be with us. Let me ask you this question first because it is the one that everybody wants answered. Is the Lehman report, a bombshell in and of itself, going to result in civil and possibly criminal prosecutions against the people named inside, the people who used to run Lehman Brothers?
Good morning. Thanks for having me. This is a very significant step in the whole investigative process here because it's going to provide, and in fact it already is providing, a roadmap for investigators at the SEC, for investigators at the Department of Justice who are looking into possible civil and criminal liability for these individuals. It doesn't take them all the way there, but it takes them down the road. This is a very important step in the process. The investigators still have a ways to go yet, but they're moving down that road.
Tom, we have to assume that the Justice Department and the SEC have in their possession information in addition to what this report lays out. So if you put the two together, you'd have to imagine that they have what they need, no, to go after some of these people?
I think they have a significant quantity of evidence. You've got a 2,200-page report with dozens and dozens of exhibits. The investigators that put together the report have been meeting with the government almost on a weekly basis from what I understand. And you're right. In addition, DOJ and the SEC have been collecting a lot of data for a considerable period of time. But at the same time, these are very complicated transactions. They're very complicated issues, and we can expect it's going to take a bit of time more to finish this up.
Tom, you know better certainly than I do that it takes a lot to establish intent, what's necessary for a criminal prosecution to stick in court. Based on what you've seen in this mammoth report, 2,200 pages, do you see enough evidence to establish intent against any of the Lehman executives named?
I think for a criminal case, you're exactly right. The intent issue is key here. You've already seen the reports from some of the senior executives who have said, well, I didn't know about that accounting. I didn't know what was going on. On the other hand, you have dozens and dozens of transactions worth millions of dollars moving back and forth on and off the balance sheet, according to this report. It certainly raises a very significant red flag. I don't think in the face of those kind of red flags, you're going to be able to simply say, I didn't know what was going on. Certainly, these executives would know that these transactions were there. The question is, what else did they know about them?
All right, Tom, thanks very much for joining us.